Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. It's Linda here coming to you from a rainy Northern California. Um, we had thunder, loud thunder this morning, and since I've lived here, I think that's the first time I've had thunder when I was in Marin County, but not in Sonoma County. It was loud, and poor little Jack, he was all shook up. So anyway, yeah, we had thunder, but we aren't doing our festivities. I hope you guys are having a good time. Even if it's just chillaxing in front of the TV. I try to put the football games on Netflix, and it keeps coming off, and you got to re-put it in. And I paid top price for Netflix, so I don't understand what that's about. But there's not really a game I was interested in. But sometimes I like football on Christmas Day. So we skipped Christmas today because of the Armageddon rings and all that that's coming in. So everybody's coming over tomorrow. So I got my prime rib, my French mashed potatoes, my green bean a la something with almond slivers, my it's not potatoes, it's yam casserole, and I baked a delicious, I found the name of that place. um, I put it in the freezer like a month ago, the peach pie that I told you guys about. Well, I was grabbing everything out of the freezer because I wanted the peach pie to get to room temperature so I could cook it, and I dropped it upside down. But it was wrapped real tight, so it all stayed together. It's a little crumbly, but it's not bad. So it'll do. We can scoop it and put ice cream and stuff. Then I made a bread pudding this morning. I made my hollandaise, not hollandaise, my sauce for the prime rib. It's not hollandaise. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying. Horseradish. A creamy horseradish with garlic, Worcestershire, and stuff like that. And then I got my rolls ready to go. I got to make the brandy sauce for the bread pudding. So tomorrow I'll just be cooking the meat and heating up the rest. Should be easy. Oh, and I got to make my gravy. Everybody loves the gravy. Got to have the gravy. You know what I'm talking. I just pour it on myself. You know what I'm saying. It's so good. Okay, so Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday you want, season's greetings, whatever it is you want. I haven't really been doing any shows, so I was supposed to go on again today with Najia, and I said, Najia, my back was so bad, but I laid on that red light. I'm starting to feel better, so I'll contact her in a little bit. But I said, I'm going to have to get a show in here because I'm not showing any progress. So I just want to tell you guys, I'm semi looking into 2026, and I don't want you guys to worry. We are going to go through a little bit of cataclysmic weather situations, not as much in the United States as other continents. I think 47 is a goner. Not necessarily DEAD, but like a goner, like has to go. Has to go. Because there's so much more coming out about the Epstein thing. Now remember, I kept telling you, I kept feeling the Epstein thing was from something outside. Apparently what it is that they're so stupid, whatever they used to black out the information was easily remedied, and now it's showing about a particular person he was with that he got pregnant and all kinds of stuff, and he's going cray-cray. I heard a little bit this morning on his Truth Social. He was going cray-cray last night, and that's how you know he's getting ready to fall. And he's talking about how all these shows, these midnight shows, need to be shut down, and yeah, he thinks he's king. I swear to God, and he's just barking up the wrong tree. I also want to take a look at Greenland. So listen, and by the way, Ukraine is doing really good. Did you guys see? They got another whole town back. The one that Putin was bragging that they have it. No, they don't have it. Ukraine has it. So let's just take a moment. I want you to put your feet flat on the ground. I want you to take a deep breath and breathe out. Deep breath and breathe out. Deep breath and breathe out. And I want you to tell the realm that we're here for it. And we want mankind to be well. And we want to learn from this. Because there's so many people that I see writing on these social things that say, you know, I voted for him because I thought he would do this and that, and now he's, you know, I'm a diabetic and now I don't have insurance. It's really sad. And I don't want to say F around and find out, because that's not Christian, is it? It's just not good to say, well, too bad. They really were blind, and that's what the guides told us. Remember, when he won again, I said, why? And they said, his people need to see who he really is. Oh, by the way, the coughing is... I'm finally off the prednisone. The coughing is still there, but not like the choking like I thought I was going to die. So I'm feeling a lot better. And I slept 2 nights straight. Okay. Let's see about this whole Greenland thing he's throwing. It's more productive, if you know what I mean. I see other nations coming together saying, F no. Nope. Nope. I told you the military's talking amongst themselves, trying to think of a way to get them the hell out of there. They want them gone, you guys. It's not going to work out. The Greenland thing is not going to happen. He wants to sell something they have, like he owns it. Jesus, criminy sakes. He's looking to make money off of Greenland, you guys. Once again, a con man, under the table, trying to, you know, you give me this much, I'll give you that much. It's not going to work out, though. It's not going to work out. He's going to have so many... I see things stopping him. It could be court orders or international orders, but I see things stopping him. And internationally, there's a lot of people that are now fighting back against Russia. Russia's trying to bring some of their ships in or jets, and they're stopping them. So we've already told you about that. Let's take a look. Let's do a deep dive real quick on Trump. Exactly where is he? We can't do it for wishing him ill as much as we'd like to. You have to ask, will America be okay with this person kind of going off the deep end? Angel of light and mercy. Will America be okay? I heard yes. Thank you. Somebody just said enough. Somebody just said enough. It's the people. They're saying enough. There's going to be more marches taking place. They're not advertising it as much on TV because he doesn't want you guys to know. But there's more. There's more coming up. Look, the whole world is watching. So what is he doing? He's very angry right now. People are staying away from him. I think they had some sort of family get-together for Christmas. And I see him being a real rotten mood and people noticing that he's not looking good. A change will come. for sure. What's going on with him? He's worried about losing his money or money? That's weird. And he's not feeling well. We've been telling you guys this. He's definitely not well. If he gets this thing I have, that's going to kick him to the curb. He's working against a power that he cannot win. He will not be able to do it. And he doesn't think in terms of humanity. He works as hard as he can to endow himself, not towards humanity. Oh, did you hear the JFK thing? The John F. Kennedy show had terrible ratings. The worst ever. Of course, he won't announce it. That's all going to go back. It's going to go back to John F. Kennedy. You can sue and everything now, but he actually has to be gone. I'm actually see when he goes, oh, everything is... Somebody said when he goes, we need another... Roosevelt in office. You know, Roosevelt saved us. He saved our banking system. He saved us. He's the one that started Social Security. He did everything he could. And somebody was saying we're going to need another Roosevelt. I think Biden was as close to Roosevelt as you could get, but he didn't fight back hard enough. He didn't tell folks off. He didn't say, hell no. Hold on, I just see jets. Hold on. Most of the other nations aren't like in America. They do feel bad for us and they realize we're not the ones that started this. But they're mad at the people that voted for him even though he cheated. So now what? He's not doing very well. He's going to get worse and worse physically. And he's going to make irrational decisions. I see a lot of people talking. I see people getting hold of me saying, did you hear what Trump just said? Because I see him saying some stuff that's like off his rocker. So he's showing. It's showing. When that starts to happen, when we're all like, we already know he doesn't make no sense, but when it's going to get real bad coming up here, you can set your watch because it's almost time for him to go. And I don't see, if they get him to step down, sorry, you guys. I don't see J.D. Vance taking over. I think they think he's going to take over. Let's just take a quick look at J.D. Vance. If Trump is forced out or has to leave, will J.D. Vance, because he wants to make sure Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance pardon him. But I see people marching. You think they're marching now. I see them saying, take the lot of them out. Take them out. I see people walking with pitchforks. But it's just a vision, you know. It's just showing that's how angry people are going to be. Get them out of here. Oh, did you guys see that? Who's that guy that looks like Beavis and Butthead who left Congress? You know who I'm talking about with the eyebrows like that? The one who liked the younger women. He just announced to everybody that apparently Israel or Netanyahu, they were trying to get money out of him because they had some information on him and they were using it. They were blackmailing him. Well, you know, he shouldn't have been playing like a naughty boy. Because that's how they roll, you know. That's how that Netanyahu group rolls. That's what he did to President Clinton. Netanyahu, he was going to... in fact, John F. Kennedy was going to stop something, and then this thing happened to Kennedy. But he went into President Clinton when he was questioning something and said, we've got the tapes of you having phone sex with Monica. So that's how he rolls. Yeah, see, I don't see him getting in there. I know there's a logical way and there's a way you're supposed to do it, but I see people so upset. And it might not happen. It might be closer to the voting, because this is going to be a wipeout, just an absolute wipeout. Even if this guy gets in, because the vice president's supposed to get in, it's not going to last very long. I just heard that song. What's that song? Wipeout. I just heard that. Sorry, my voice is all messed up, you guys. So it's really, they're stuck. It's really ugly what's coming up about Trump. And all this green, him trying, oh, did you see our guy? Our guy did another Greenland movie coming out January 9th. I like the first one, so I'll go see the second one. And my sons love Avatar, so I'll have to take them to see that. So tell me what I can tell everybody about him. He's not going to do very well. People are just, he's really low rated. You think Trump's Kennedy Center Awards were low rated. This guy's bad. There was some gal that was talking about how a lot of little girls said that wife of Charlie Kirk scares them. They said, Mama, she looks evil. I believe it. There's something with her eyes. She's always planning something. Okay, so let's get another question here. I wanted to take a look. It's all over the internet that Iran has accused Mossad of orchestrating the Sydney attack. I just want to know if that's true. Yes or no. And then I want to take a look at ICE too. They just showed a picture of a person's front door, and they're going through their mail. That's a federal offense. They can't go through people's mail. They're opening up their mail and going through their mail. Don't worry, this whole ICE thing's going down. Tell me about, did they in fact start the Sydney attack? I see Netanyahu talking with Trump and him turning and telling somebody that Trump has lost his mind. I just saw that. Some sort of phone conversation, and I see him shaking his head. He's talking to other people that he's got in his pocket, but he's worried about Trump. He thinks he's lost his mind. Okay, I'm starting to get pain again in my back. Doggone it. I'll come on again. I can't come on tomorrow, but I'll be on Saturday and Sunday. What is this? Underhandedness, sneakiness. I would say yes, and we'll find out. All of this stuff, the sun will be shining on it. All of this stuff we're going to find out. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to find out. But when Netanyahu goes, that ugliness part will go. We'll have our druthers back again. Thank you guys for all your well wishes for the holidays. I was so sick. I lost myself for a long time. I was so sick, you guys. Thank you for waiting patiently. I try to get out some little short bits, and this one's not going to be very long. And I hate to have to keep answering the same thing. But let's just take a look. The ending is coming. The ending for Israel, for the Netanyahu gang is coming, you guys. A lot of heartbreak. A lot of news we're going to find out that's just heartbreaking. They use the ugliness. And the fact that groups of them gather together and they're mad that they can't assault the Palestinian women it's like a bad dream. You can hardly believe what's going on there. Because it's really sad. So, okay. So let's take a look, okay, before I go. Let's take a look at, by the end of this month, December 31st. Is there any news you want to tell us? Is there any news you want to tell us? Is there any news you want to tell us? What's going on in the world? Can you show me? What's going on in the world? Can you show me? I see jets scrambling. I see Trump in trouble with Venezuela. I see some people coming to the aid of him trying to take those ships. They're going to stop something. Something will be stopped. He'll be furious, but it doesn't matter. Oh, Pete Hedgehog is really nervous. He knows that they're out for him. He knows that the military is not, they don't respect him at all. He's hiding as much as he can. What's going to happen is probably the ending of something, a new beginning. There's got a lot of that going on, but this has to do with the world. This has to do with politics. And remember I told you a young person from Congress was probably going to pass, so I guess Ben Sass is terminal, which is sad. You know, but we get sad, but you know, they're the ones in paradise. They're the ones that don't have to deal with this crap. I feel so bad for so many people. And I really loved how the communities came together, even here in my area. I always give a lot to the Toys for Tots. And just really wonderful. Anything we can do for others. You know, when my daughter was little, my dad used to call and he'd say, "Ho, ho, ho, Merry Christmas, this is Santa." And she totally believed it. She said, "Santa," this is when we had those regular rotary phones. She'd be all thrilled. She got to talk to Santa. She's like, "Mama, give me my list. Shoot. Where's my damn list? Shoot. Okay, Santa, I want these things." My daughter didn't have no problem telling you what she wanted. And then my boys, they were so cute. But every time they got done unloading their toys, they always were like, they're sad. I think they didn't want it to end. So, they're telling us there's a lot of stuff coming up now that's going to really manifest more into the new year. There's a lot of news coming in, and there's news about money. It's not Armageddon like crashing of the market or anything, but there's news about money. It could even be about Trump taking money, how he does. You know how he is. So, thank the world for all that you have. You know, we were supposed to have floods, terrible floods, And yeah, we've had some rain, but it's nothing like they said. Sometimes I think us humans at this point manifest, and even with hurricanes and stuff, we have had floods, but I think we managed to kind of hold it off a little bit. Have you noticed that? So stand in your focus. Know that this too shall pass. We got news about money next week. We got, we don't have any good news about Trump exiting stage left. Sorry about that. I don't see that right now. But more shock and awe about Epstein. More shock and awe. He is semi-thinking I ought to get out of here. He's just calling it all lies, but he's in trouble. He's in trouble. So we're actually getting it from the DOJ, but they didn't know how to do the blocking it out. And apparently now you've got Pam Bondi and Two-Eyed McGee, Cross-Eyed McGee, have committed perjury because they said there was no evidence that Trump ever was with a younger person. So there you go. It's going to get better, and I hope I start even feeling better by Saturday so we can do a nice big dive in. Okay, you guys? Sorry this is so short, but I just wanted to touch bases with you. Wish you a very Merry Christmas. And thank you guys for who you are and what you've done for me and my channel and all my friends. You guys rock. And now we're coming on to a new year. Cheers. Bye.